This video is brought to you by...
I'm switching lanes so much, man. They can never get behind me, man. Yeah, I'm taking it all away, man. I ain't playing with it, man. One thing is the key, man. It's consistency, man. It don't matter, man, how good the product is, man. If you ain't out there, man, to get rid of it, man, the supply to demand, man, you going down, man. You in it for nothing, man. Get with me, man. I'm starting a whole league, man. Get with me, man. Get with the winning team, man. Cool green clothing. We going all the way. And we coming straight out of Baltimore.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of the Baltimore Way, I'll be discussing the case of Toya Hill, an 8-year-old who went missing in 1982 from her East Baltimore neighborhood, and 40 years later, she still has not been found. Before we get into this video, please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to our channel. Go ahead and click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button. Feel free to share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the full story. All right, let's jump right into it. In 1982, 8-year-old Toya Katrina Hill lived with her mother, Annette, in the Perkins Homes housing project in the 200 block of South Spring Street in East Baltimore. She had an older brother and 2 sisters. Toya was her mother's 3rd child. Toya was a well-behaved, quiet little girl with an excellent school record at City Springs Elementary, where she was a 3rd grader. Toya even won trophies at school for regular attendance and participation in school activities. On Wednesday, March 24th, 1982, after Toya came home from school, she asked her mother for permission to go play outside. Her mother told her it was okay and gave her a snack as well. Toya played outside with her friends in the courtyard while her mother was in their kitchen talking to a friend. Toya's mother was days away from getting married. Toya was supposed to be a flower girl in the wedding and was so excited about it. Toya's mother was more than likely in the last stages of planning her wedding. According to one report, Toya's mother left the home at approximately 6:15 p.m. to go and get fitted for her dress. According to the CharlieProject.com, Toya left to walk to a grocery store 2 blocks away at the corner of Gough Street and South Caroline Street. As she approached the store, she stopped to talk to a man and one of his male friends. The article goes on to say that she never arrived home from the store. Toya wasn't allowed to walk there by herself and had told her sister she was going to go anyway while their mother was out and buy candy. This was the first time that Toya, the usually well-behaved child, had ever disobeyed her mother like that. When her mother returned home and realized she couldn't find Toya, she immediately called the police and reported her missing. Toya was last seen wearing blue jeans, a blue and orange striped top, and a blue jacket. According to a news clipping from 1982, Toya's friends last saw her when she went into the corner grocery store with a man who reportedly offered to buy her candy. According to the news report, Toya's friends said she agreed and walked about a block with the man to the corner store. The store was called Young's Groceries at the time, and it was at the corner of Caroline and Bank Street. Toya's friends said they saw her into the store with the man, who was known to Toya's family. But one of the owners of the store, Yun Lee, said she didn't remember seeing Toya. The news article went on to say that Toya's friends waited outside the store for a few minutes for her to return with the candy, then went back to the courtyard. Police said back then they had no witnesses who saw Toya after she stepped over the threshold into the grocery store. Toya's mother, Annette, and almost 150 people were frantically searching the neighborhood for Toya, according to the Baltimore Sun. Despite Toya's disappearance, her mother, Annette, decided to still get married 3 days later on the Saturday after Toya went missing. The news clipping from 1982, which was printed 10 days after Toya went missing, said the day of Annette's wedding was not a cheerful time. Her mother told the papers she tried not to let it get to her, but she ended up breaking down during her ceremony. She refused to open her wedding gifts until Toya returned home. She also saved the champagne for a time when the entire family, including Toya, could drink it. Toya's mother promised her she could have a taste of champagne at the wedding. Nevertheless, the family was devastated that Toya was missing, especially her siblings, who their mother said missed their sister dearly. She told the papers her older son would bottle it up and her daughters would just break out in tears. I'm sure it was a time of very mixed emotions for everyone. That same article revealed that police suspected foul play in Toya's disappearance. Police reported that they had interviewed 2 men in the investigation a dozen times, including the man who reportedly went with Toya to the store. One man said he bought Toya candy, but said he left the store before she did. Police had no indications they were involved in her disappearance and cleared them of any involvement. At the time, Toya's mother still believed she was alive. Other news reports revealed that one of the men Toya stopped to talk to on her way to the corner store was her mother's ex-boyfriend at the time, and the other guy was his friend. According to sources, her mother, Annette, initially believed her ex-boyfriend had taken Toya in order to convince her to start seeing him again. She repeatedly asked him about Toya, but he said he didn't have her and didn't know what had happened to her. Annette said she went ahead with her wedding on schedule because she thought her getting married to another man would encourage her ex-boyfriend to give Toya back. According to webslots.com, Annette got divorced from her husband in May of 1984 after filing divorce papers in July of 1983. After that, she renewed her relationship with her ex-boyfriend and married him. Yes, the man who was seen talking to Toya before she disappeared. She said she did this because she believed he knew where Toya was. Annette left the man again only a few months into their marriage with no more clues as to where her daughter was. The man is now deceased. I think he passed away probably 15 years ago, give or take. According to sources, about 26 years later, in 2008, Baltimore police found the body of a female they thought was about the age Toya would be. They asked her mom for a DNA sample, but it turned out not to be a match. Toya's mother, Annette, told the Baltimore Sun in 2011 that she had conflicted emotions about that because theoretically it meant that Toya could have still been alive, but it was also still upsetting because it also meant they still did not know what happened to Toya or where she could be. Toya's mother also told the publication that she would set a place setting at the dinner table for Toya up to a year after she disappeared. She said the only reason she stopped was because it made her other children upset. The family held on to their own personal mementos of Toya and the memories they shared of her. At the time of the article in 2011, 58-year-old Annette and her family were doing the best to cope. At the time, she had 15 grandchildren. Annette hoped that one day her daughter would walk through the door and return home. She said that would be the best day of her life. According to sources, though, Toya was sadly declared legally deceased on July 30th, 1990. This past March 2022 marked 40 years since Toya Katrina Hill went missing from her East Baltimore neighborhood. As of this recording, no new leads have been discovered in Toya's disappearance. When Toya went missing, she was just 8 years old, 4 feet tall and 80 pounds. She had black or dark brown hair. She had brown eyes and wore prescription glasses. Some news reports say that on the day she went missing, she wasn't wearing them. She had a deep dimple on her left side cheek. Toya's 49th birthday just passed on August 24th. The search for Toya is still active. If you have any information, please contact local authorities. Fam, please tell me what you think about Toya Hill's case in the comments below. Some of the most recent articles written about Toya point to a different location than the news clipping from April 3rd, 1982. In the 1982 publication, police say that she went missing from the corner store on Caroline and Bank Streets, which is only a block away from the courtyard where Toya was said to be playing. The article from charlieproject.com and the most recent blogs I've found say that she disappeared from a store 2 blocks away from the courtyard on Gough and South Caroline Street, which according to Google Maps are opposite directions of each other. I believe the 1982 article may be more accurate on the location of the corner store she went missing from. One unsettling detail in the case is the guy that bought the candy who told police he left the store before Toya did. However, one of the store's owners don't remember seeing Toya in the store at all. But her friends were standing outside waiting for her. They said they saw her go inside, but she never came out. That's so weird. No one saw her leave the store, but they saw her go in. It's also very suspicious to me that Toya went missing 3 days before her mother's wedding and was supposedly last seen talking to her mother's ex. But why would he target Toya to get back at her mother for marrying another man? Toya's mother said she married the other guy so she could get him to give Toya back, but that didn't work out. He still denied any involvement. She then got divorced and married the guy she suspected was responsible for her daughter's disappearance, hoping then he would give her answers to Toya's whereabouts, but that also didn't work. It seems like a really unconventional way to get answers, but I believe Toya's mother was extremely desperate to find her daughter and did what she thought was necessary to find her child. I pray Toya's mother, Miss Annette, her siblings, and family have been able to find some peace. There are still so many unanswered questions in Toya's case. She just vanished without a trace. I pray something breaks in this case, a new lead or evidence or something that can crack the case open. My heart goes out to the family and everyone who has worked to find Toya Hill. All right, fam, that's it for this video. Don't forget to comment down below and tell me your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.